All right. Hey, how you guys doing today? It is May 16th, 2022. It is Monday, a beautiful day here at the lake. Let me give you guys a nice view of this lake. It's really nice out here today. Very nice out here today. It's beautiful. So I'm loving it. All right, so on a more serious note, I just want to speak briefly about that situation, that massacre that happened this past Saturday in Buffalo, New York. Very unfortunate that 10 people have basically lost their lives to senseless violence by a little punk ass 18-year-old white supremacist little asshole. Uh, little punk surrendered, I guess. They said that he held the gun to his neck after he massacred 10 people. There are 11 people he shot, and I guess they were saying 11 of those 13 victims were black and 2 were white. I looked at the pictures, and none of those people look white to me, so I don't know. I got to look at those photos again. They look like all black to me, and maybe one of them look a little like Hispanic or some shit. But I don't know where they how they can say 2 of the victims were white. Like I said, I have to look at the photos again. They all look white, black to me, besides one. Uh, One of the females look Hispanic. But anyway, this little punk about the name of, what's his name? Peyton Gintron. Hopefully, I think I'm saying his last name right. But the little punk, they said that what he did, he drove like 200 miles to the Tops store on Jefferson Street, and he took his parents' car and they drove over 200 miles to commit this massacre. And the day before, the little punk was there casing out the place. And I guess what they're saying, the manager of the store, Tops store, stated that he saw the boy, he spoke to the kid, or the man. I ain't gonna say kid. That motherfucker's a grown ass man, 18. You know how they try to sugarcoat it. When white boys or young white people, period, girls or boys, do commit heinous crimes. They always try to make it seem like they're kids and shit. But let a 10-year-old, 12-year-old black kid do something not even remotely that violent, but just do something that is considered criminalistic, misdemeanor or whatever you want to, misdemeanor or whatever. They're will label those little black kids as adults. But this little punk, he went there to the store and basically massacred 10 innocent people, shot 13 total. 10 have died, and like I said, the victims, and they all were black. All 10 of those victims that passed or were killed are black, that are died were black, and 11 out of 13 were they said that they were black as well. But like I said, a little punk, he drove 200 miles to commit this heinous crime, and he cased the place. He was there for like 24 hours, before, just to kind of, I guess, try to see, basically gauge the security, try to gauge and how lax the security was, and I guess trying to basically get a viewpoint of the exits and the entrance and exits of the store. And like I said, they said the manager of the store told the boy to leave, which he did, but he came back the next day and just committed this crime. So it's really fucked up, man. And what he did is, while he was committing the rampage, he was basically, it was a live feed. It was a live stream. He was streaming it to, I guess, to this website, I guess, known as Twitch, I think. And according to the news, Twitch basically removed the video, the live stream, and I guess they figured out a way, or took other steps to prevent anyone else from basically taking this the video and streaming it or posting it to other websites. and it's been reported that the little punk, he basically wrote a 180 page how to do it list or whatever, or what to do list. And he also wrote a manifesto as well. And I guess in the to-do list or how to do list, he was just describing what his plans were, which were to go and commit this rampage. And he really wanted to also commit further rampage. He was going to basically finish there at the Tops store and then drive some blocks down and commit further rampage upon other black folks, black shoppers. But as you know, I guess he was stopped when he basically tried to leave the store, and what they were saying is that, according to the police, the little punk, he held the gun to his neck, and I guess said to the cops that he was going to commit suicide. So I guess he really, and what they were saying is that he also, I guess, wrote a letter or did some kind of like report in school, book report or thesis or whatnot, stating he basically stated that he wanted to commit a murder suicide, or suicide by a cop. And he was reported to the police. They took him in, did a mental evaluation, I guess, psych evaluation, and he was released. And my thing is, this little punk was released. Why not hold him longer? Because it's apparent that the boy was sick, mentally fucked up. And you know what? Maybe not. He just a fucking racist. So by you saying he was mentally fucked, by me saying that, that's not an excuse. Because that's the kind of shit they try to use when white folks commit crimes. Especially young white people. Oh, he was mentally disturbed, or, so is he competent to stay in trial? Or they try to minimize it and make it every excuse for that little bastard, or little bastards like that. But that little son of a bitch, he's mentally sounded. He's mentally sounded. He could stand trial. He just a fucking racist. That's all he was a goddamn racist. And it's a disease. It's a disease. It's a demonic disease. And I don't think there's anything you could do about it. It's just to the core. It's just a staunch racist. He's evil. So, there's no medication. There's no therapy for that. He's going to need some spiritual help. And maybe not, because it's demonic, and that probably won't help. God can't help him. Jesus can't help that little bastard. The only thing that would probably help his little bitch ass would be a bullet to the head. And I don't, people may say that I'm spewing hatred. Well, so be it. What that little bastard did was the ultimate hate. He specifically targeted black people. And so, I mean, hey, maybe they should have killed that little bastard. Maybe they should have allowed him to kill himself. You know what I'm saying? And he don't deserve life in prison. He deserved the death penalty. It's a federal hate crime, crime of hate, racially motivated hate crime, and he should be dealt accordingly. And wherever they put that little bastard, I hope somebody get to him and choke the shit out of him, shank the shit out of the little bastard. He don't deserve to live. And I'm not sorry for saying it, so fuck him. So it is what it is. It is what it is. People like that need to be dealt with by any means motherfucking necessary. All these racist, hating ass people that's going out targeting black people or other non-white people should be dealt with. This should be dealt with. It should not be given no motherfucking no borders, no sanctuary, no place to hide, no slaps on the wrist. No slaps on the wrist. They need to be dealt with accordingly. They're not human beings. They're demonic. They need to be cast the fuck out. Sent back to hell, where they belong. So I guess what you're saying is that Peyton Gentrin, whatever, I guess I'm saying that little bastard's last name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. But what they were saying is that Peyton, he's been visiting this white supremacist site. And I don't understand why they don't take down these white supremacist sites that spews hate, that basically talk about what methods one should use and what books you should read to prepare for a race war and all that bullshit. The ins and outs of the hit and run tactics and shit, and the gear you need, and the guns you need, and all that. Why they don't take down these websites? Let it be the Black Panthers are talking about self-defense and how to protect yourself. Oh, they go after these black groups, these black military, paramilitary groups that only speaks about protecting oneself against these racist ass white little punk vigilantes, these white paramilitary groups, these white ass, filthy ass, racist ass cops that are also, they belong to a lot of these white vigilante, white racist ass organizations. But when black people talk about defending oneself, defending their communities, and arming the fuck up, they're under tremendous investigation by the FBI and the ATFs and all these other federal fucking three-letter or alphabet community, the intelligence community or alphabet communities and shit. They're always watching and critiquing, and black organizations or protective groups, black gun clubs or whatever that speaks that addresses black safety. They're always under investigation, or they're being watched. They're watched closely, and they do everything within their powers to shut them down, try to hit them with all kind of RICO laws and all that bullshit. We know, just a racist ass country. America's still a racist motherfucking country, and black people have to do everything within our powers to protect ourselves, our community, so be it, against anybody and all comers. All violators have to be dealt with. Fuck that shit, man. Take off the gloves and don't, it's no time to sugarcoat it. No time to be loving and hugging and our enemies. Fuck that turn the other cheek bullshit. No. Black people better stand the fuck up and fight back. Enough is enough. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Protect oneself, man. We have to protect ourselves, our families and shit, because of little punks like that, the Dylan Roofs, the Timothy McVeighs or whatnot, all these motherfuckers belong to these white nationalistic groups, and they spew hatred. They read these books like the Turner Diaries and all these other racist ass so-called survivalist books, and then they all have adopted this theory. What's this called? I guess it's called the Great Replacement theory, where they believe that blacks and other non-white people are replacing white people on a global scale. I guess they were saying the white birth rates are plummeting or have plummeted. White folks are not having kids like they were before. And black folks and non-white people, we're still producing babies. I mean, white folks are producing babies too. But I guess, they really want to, they love when black women have abortions, but they're not loving it when white women are having abortions. So I think that is one of the main reasons why they have replaced or reversed Roe v. Wade, because they know that their numbers are declining, and because white women have abortions just as much as black women and other non-white women. So yeah, they're trying to. I believe that is the premise for them basically reversing Roe v. Wade or whatever. But yeah, so this little punk was allowed to get away. They talked him down. They told him to drop his gun, according to the news. Made him take off his tactical gear outfit. He had on. He was pretty much body armored out, because he basically shot and killed a black security guard, who himself, the black security guard, was a former police officer. So he exchanged fire rounds with the perpetrator, the little white terrorist, but unfortunately the brother was killed. The black security guard was killed simply because the little terrorist had body armor, and so the brother succumbed to the gunshots, And so, yeah. So now they're giving this little bastard. I guess he's gonna be convicted. Uh, he's held without bail. And I guess with their charges, they basically want to charge him with a hate crime, multiple hate crimes, and what they're saying the ultimate punishment would be life without parole. But it should be the death penalty. That little bastard should get a death penalty. He should be tortured slowly every day, beat his ass, beat the shit out of him, torture him, and eventually put one in his motherfucking head, or hang his bitch ass, or stone him to death. That would be justice. So, and I don't know if his family, his parents, are going to be convicted of any hate crime themselves. But I'm sure that little bastard learned something. They knew their fucking son was a little hater, a little terrorist, a little racist. And I'm pretty sure they feud it. So they got to look into their background too. So I guess there was a warrant they initiated a warrant to check all electronics at his home. They're looking through his house to see if they can find any type of additional manifestos, or just any documents or books that are tied to white supremacist groups.